is third at 68.07%. What makes Snedeker so good?
Well, you'll see as we watch him hit this pitch. I mean, very orthodox setup, slightly open, hands ahead, ball back, but you'll watch that he sets the wrists very quickly. He sets the club back on plane. Maybe it'll feel like a little bit to the inside. He releases the club coming down, but he doesn't flip it. He releases and holds. So to do that, you got to work your body. Look at his right knee there, working with the shot. His chest is working with the shot. His shoulders are open. You do all that, you can sort of use the bounce properly, Frank.
Yeah, the amazing thing here is that the club will travel about 4 feet, and the hands-only club travel about a foot. You see how beautifully on plane that is. Just a slight reroute. All that does is enable him to use the bounce. Once again, beautiful angle there of what Brandon was talking about, that club not rotating across. It's a little flop shot from the Bermuda rough. That's one that is essential this week.
Brandt Snedeker now best from the bunkers, and no surprise, it is Luke Donald. On average, proximity to the hole when he is in the sand is less than 6 feet. And so let's take a closer look at just how Luke Donald gets it done, Brandt.
Well, the first thing you notice is a wide stance that lowers your center of gravity, helps you get a little bit more shallow. This stance looks very similar to Gary Player, who for years was the best bunker player on the PGA Tour anywhere on the planet. He opens the club face up at address, really open it, and then he rotates it even more coming back, and that allows him to release the club going through and use the bounce. Look at this. Look how much release he has on the shot. And when you do that and he releases under, it's not an over, it's not a rotation, it's a release under, Frank.
The rhythm too, he eases the club off the ball so slowly. A lot of people just get in the bunkers, they dig their feet in, they're just trying to get it out. So it's just a smooth control. Nice transition. This golf swing, no real different to his full swing, but notice how he keeps the bend in the knees there. Once again, a great example of working the club up. It's an underhanded release more with the right hand. Great use, once again, like Snedeker, of the bounce of the club.
Beautiful action, Luke Donald. And now to putting. And this season, Tiger Woods leads in strokes gained putting. You see Graham McDowell showing up in another short game category. But let's take a closer look now at Tiger's work on the putting green.
Well, thumbs right down the shaft. That is so important. The ball perhaps a hair inside his eye line, hands right underneath his shoulders, and you can see the putter head is tracking back slightly to the inside. It's opening, or should I say it's square to the path, which I believe is a fundamental to great putters, and he releases the putter so you can see that the toe is closer to the target than the hill is, and that I think is one of the things that gives him such great speed. He's always releasing the putter, and his thumbs straight down the shaft, I think, is a big part of the reason why he has such great feel.
Yeah, another excellent look from behind. You notice, too, the center strike. Green reading is very important. We know he's one of the best at that. You're just talking about the pace in which he hits it. This is another lovely look to just watch the club slowly rotate on the way back and then through. A lot of times when you're putting, you'll see the club actually move away from the body as someone's trying to sort of hit the putt. Almost you can see the jabbing action. Instead there, that putter head is still swinging through on plane, but you've got to strike it out of the middle of the putter. There's no two ways about that. The ability to read greens. Remember, these guys are going from different surfaces week in, week out. Putting on Bermuda, you're putting on bent grass, downhill, side hill, and all that. Because if you don't put all those components together, it doesn't matter how good that stroke is. But if you've got a good basics there and you've got a good stroke, then really, what you're going to worry about is just keep putting, keep used to that speed. And it's the same whether it's bunker play or chipping, getting used to grassy lies, getting used to different types of sand. That variation, and that's the one thing that is hard to teach people at home, is just how quickly to adapt from one lie to the other. You can sort of hit 10 or 15 shots in a row and get good at it, but you're having to go from good lies to bad lies, quick greens to slow greens.